What's good, people? Louthewritersports back with you once again. I hope everybody taking care of themselves and staying safe, basically living their life the best way they can. Yeah, it's just spectacular. Living their life the best way they can. Basically doing you. Now, I want to talk now since the about next week, the NBA playoffs will probably be starting with the playing games. I want to talk about how is Kevin Durant going to perform in the playoffs now. It's been almost 2 years since he's last been in the playoffs. Are we gonna see that KD, that demon, killer instinct that we saw when he was with Golden State? Are we gonna see a KD who is not gonna try to put the tempo and take it easy on himself in the playoffs? It's a little big one. So let me put the so this is what I want to know from y'all today. What type of player are we gonna see in the playoffs? Are we gonna see that killer instinct Kevin Durant, or are we gonna see the Kevin Durant who's kind of playing right now, holding back, taking it easy? Because right now Kevin Durant's not looking like himself. I know he's still thinking about that Achilles injury, still thinking about that leg, because all these one leg shots is not normally has not been him in the past. And his 3 point percentage, he's not knocking down 3 points in a high rate like he used to.
What's going on, big bro?
What's up, Big Worm, man?
Can't call it, man. What's the topic right now you talking about?
How is Kevin Durant going to be performing in the playoffs after not being in the playoffs almost 2 years?
I believe he'll take it. It's gonna be a little rust. I see him, I see him probably turning up, getting hot, maybe the second round. But I don't see him underachieving. You know what I'm saying? I see him probably being leveled out. I see more James Harden. I think James Harden's gonna take over in the playoffs for the Nets, man.
Like I thought, I was keeping the eye on today's game, man. Like
Yeah, they
really,
schooled us, man.
yeah, really. I think you're going like Ticket said this a couple months, couple weeks ago that maybe Kevin Durant should come off the bench in the playoffs and just let Kyrie and James Harden do they stuff. Because think about it, Kyrie and James Harden have played more games together since when KD was out with that injury, and I think they got used to that. And now if you got KD coming off the bench, then you got no answer for that. He can go in there and do his thing, dominate.
You know what though, man? That's actually not a bad idea if KD does come off the bench.
But that's not going to happen because
Nah, you know KD ain't gonna let that happen. But I mean, actually
like
not a bad
like
idea.
KD willing to if they asked KD to do that, he probably would do it though.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. You say for like the first round. You know what I'm saying? Put them in there. Start James Harden and start Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? And have KD coming off the bench with the rest of them role players, man. That's not really a bad idea, Lou.
Then in the fourth quarter, just have all three of them in there.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, actually, that's not bad, man. That'll work. I mean, regardless, it's gonna work. But I kind of like that idea, man, of having KD coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? And that'll work. That'll work out pretty good, I think, in my opinion. But I don't think I agree with you, man. I don't see that happening. You know what I'm saying? But it's a good idea though. Hey, are we even fighting for a playing spot anymore, or what's it looking like
No, I
for the
think
Bulls?
everything's already settled now.
Oh yeah, damn. Well, we'll be all right. I think next year, man, we'll be decent. I think we'll get in the playoffs next year.
I believe so too. We just got to add another piece.
What do you think we need? What other piece do you think we need, Lou?
Probably a power forward who can probably put up points. Like Willis, he's decent, but he's not ready yet.
No, he's not. Yeah, he's not ready.
What up, Polo?
What's going on, man? What's up, Lou? What's up, Big One, man?
Salute,
How y'all
salute, big
feeling?
bro. Salute, salute.
What y'all cooking on?
I was asking how you think KD gonna perform in the playoffs after not being in the playoffs for almost 2 years.
Hmm. Man, I mean, KD's gonna do what he do. Uh, and to me, it's not even really a question of what they're gonna do individually. You know what I'm saying, Big Worm and Lou? It it's a combination of several different things that's gonna have to happen. It's a combination of them how they gonna play collectively. It's a combination of Steve Nash not having any playoff experience in terms of coaching or even been in the trenches in that type of trenches before as a head coach. And then also we got to think about this too. Everybody's acting like those others. There's not other scorers on that team. Listen, listen. I know y'all love KD. I, I'm not gonna bank on him 100% due to health reasons. I know everybody loves Harden. I'm not gonna bank on him due to him and how he freezes up sometimes. And with Kyrie, you know what I'm saying. You never know. You never know what could take place. Let's talk about Joe Harris. Let's talk about Blake Griffin. Let's talk about some of these other weapons and stuff like that because you're gonna need.
Facts.
That's what it's about. It's about making adjustments. What do we know about Nash, Lou? He is not good at making adjustments at all.
Well, this is the first time he's gonna be in the playoffs as a head coach, man. So I don't know what he's gonna do in the playoffs as a head coach yet. So I
Do
can't
you?
speak
Do you
on what type of adjustments he's going to make.
I see more D'Antoni taking over, kind of in the playoffs and stuff like that. At least schooling
But
Steve Nash a little bit.
I mean, but you see the problem with see Dan Tony, even though he modernized, you know, the flow system and the 7 seconds or less and stuff like that, he never really he's never really been able. He's not championship proven except for a year.
Yeah.
But if I could see if somebody was talking about Philly, everybody's talking about Brooklyn. Everybody's talking about this, Lou. You see what I'm saying, Lou? What you need to be worried about, you need to be worried about us. We're the one that have a championship coach. Okay, yeah, Doc, he ain't the best X and O's coach, but he's been in the trenches before and he got a ring
Yeah,
to prove it.
that's true.
So who you gonna take? Who you gonna take if you face a team like New York or something like that? Like I talked to
Polo,
Ticket about this
Polo,
yesterday.
Polo. I don't Polo. You know the main reason I only want Brooklyn to win this whole thing because I want them to give the middle finger to the media. I could
Yeah.
care less to win this
Yeah,
championship.
Lou.
Yeah, because Stephen A. and everybody been talking all that shit. And I just got a feeling, man, they're gonna wake up something they ain't gonna be ain't nobody gonna handle, man. I think Brooklyn's gonna go bananas, but it's other teams too,
Yeah,
man. Like
Lou's been
Polo
the
said.
first one. He was the first one talking about that.
Yeah, but like Polo said, man, you got the Bucks out there, the Heat. You know what I'm saying? The Heat, that's a sleeper team.
I'm sorry
To
about that,
me,
fellas. Huh?
to me, I'm still a Bull fan. I still want my Bulls to hopefully come back, be back. What's
What's
up,
good, Lou?
Hitman?
Da, da, da.
You hear me?
Yeah, we heard you.
Oh, there we go. I had to fix my audio. What's good with y'all boys, man?
What's up, Hit?
Yeah, we just talking about
So,
how you think Kevin
Polo.
Durant gonna perform in the playoffs after not being in the playoffs for 2 years.
I think KD gonna do what KD do, man. That's KD. One of the greatest scorers of all time. He ain't gonna have no problem. I'm still not worried about the Brooklyn Nets, so I ain't phased by them, man. I don't believe they got enough, man. I know that's crazy to say, but I believe you can sit out and load manage for the whole season.
Still making y'all wear
And,
y'all masks, Hit?
yeah, they make us wear a mask here. I wear my mask regardless, though. I ain't playing with this coronavirus. Hell no. Hell no. But I don't believe you can load manage and play little games like, oh, I'm not gonna take the regular season serious and win a championship. You don't get rewarded for shit
I'm
like
still
that.
wearing my mask, Polo shoe, right?
Gotta safe first, man. Rather be safe than sorry. I've seen too many people die from this coronavirus nonsense.
So how happy about getting that number 1 seed in the
Hey, Lou,
playoffs?
hey, my part, y'all. Lou, how long you gonna be on,
You want to
man?
see
I gotta make
the
this real
NBA
quick
get a
phone
middle
call.
finger?
I'll probably be on to all the way
My
up to
part, I mean to interrupt you,
5:31.
brother. Hey, I'm gonna come right back, y'all. All right?
All
I'll
right.
hit y'all back up.
I think I got put on mute.
So, Hitman, how you feel about your Phoenix Suns getting that number 1 seed in the playoffs?
Lou,
Yeah, I hear you.
I
You
can't
hear me,
hear
Hitman?
you.
Lou, is that defense, man.
I still feel that they holding back on defense right now. They're gonna really start playing defense in the playoffs.
Because they all could play defense, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna, if they playing defense match with their offense, oh my God. Shit.
Really, you got to ask question, what team gonna keep up with them scoring wise in the playoffs?
And then you got to think too, you're gonna always have one star on the court at all times. So it's like, man, you want once two
Because
sit down.
the Bulls had if I remember right, while I was watching the game, the Bulls had like a 12-point lead on them. Cleveland, Brooklyn hit that switch and it was over.
Yeah, they hit that motherfucker quick. I'm so tired of this motherfucker Denzel Valentine, man. Oh my God, dude.
You and me both, brother.
I meant that, man. I was watching the damn. I think they were playing the Heat, and this motherfucker thought he was Steph Curry. I'm like, well, 1 minute left. I'm like, oh my God, man.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, players today don't take smart shots in games.
But once we start, I think next year will be good, man. You know, I think we can make it in the 6
Next
to
year,
7
he
seed.
start Kobe White at point guard.
Yes, because he got to let that kid go, man. You know what I'm saying? He could ball, bro. He's a baller, man. You know, I think Billy kind of used this year to figure out, you know, it's his first year, so he's gonna figure out what rotations he wants to go with and things of that nature.
Be honest with you, I would try to make a trade to get Michael Porter Jr. on that team.
Oh man, we should have drafted him, man. We were gonna draft that bastard too, man. But just imagine that, Lou. MPJ and fucking Levine plus what's his name? Vuk. Oh man. And Kobe, man,
I would use that. If we had a chance to get Michael Porter Jr., get Michael Porter Jr., I'll use that Levine in a trade.
For MPJ?
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, Michael Porter, man, he got a lot of upbringing coming, man. He got a lot of that's a future superstar right there, man. But we just got to make some changes, man. We make them little changes, we'll be right back in being playoff contenders, man.
Having a 6'10" wing guy who can put up 30-point games too. I love that.
Yeah. It's like marketing, man. Marketing. I love marketing, man, but he's so
No, I don't.
he's up and down, man.
I don't.
He's up and down. You
I
get
don't.
they didn't want to get rid of him. That's what was holding up. That was the part of the trade I think they were gonna make to try to get that pick to grab Michael Porter, but they didn't want to give up marketing.
He's a waste of height. 7 foot
Man,
tall. You can't do that,
dude. I'll be yamming on shit he's what 7 feet, right? Marketing is 7 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's too damn big to be soft like that, man.
They talking about, he's gonna be the next Dirk to this. Like, what?
That's disrespect to Dirk, man. If you ask me, you know what I'm saying. That's a lot of disrespect to him.
He can barely shoot.
That's crazy, man. Well, I think we could get some.
I saw him and all that to me.
Nah, he was all right. He wasn't all that though. You know what I'm saying? I would say he was average. You know, he wasn't all that though. I mean, we made some. I mean,
he wasn't good enough to be a top. Like he was a top 10 pick. I don't see how.
Who was in his draft class, Lou? Let me see right now.
Damn, my friend, I can't even remember who was in the draft class. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell was in the draft class.
Oh yeah, he came in with Fultz, Ben Simmons, and all them.
I knew how good Donovan was, man, because I seen the kid in college for the last 2 years. I even went to the games and saw him live.
He was in Louisville. He was played in Louisville, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a killer, man.
And you telling me he wasn't a top 5 pick to them? Man, Donovan did.
Lou, I think if he didn't get injured this year, he would have been the MVP, bro. I think if he would have never got injured, man, he might have been the MVP, man.
Even when he wasn't injured, there wasn't thing about him as the MVP.
He was
like
balling.
Donovan can put up like down. That's what I'm saying. He can ball for his whole career, but they're gonna never think of him as the MVP candidate.
That's crazy, man. Because he's a dog, man. Donovan Mitchell's a dog.
Because I can remember Dominique Wilkins balling almost every year. Yeah, he got MVP candidate categories, but they never gave him a chance.
Yeah, that's sad, man. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up.
True, it's not his fault. He went to Atlanta and they didn't give him any type of help.
Yeah, man.
But how you gonna win a championship with Spud Webb?
Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. This little ass, man.
Like I saw a game the other day when he was in college playing against Michael Jordan, North Carolina State. Man,
What'd you say, big bro? You kind of broke up.
I saw a game the other day when Jordan and Spud Webb played each other in college.
What college did Spud Webb go to, Lou?
North Carolina State.
Okay.
He was there playing with Jimmy V was the head coach there at North Carolina State.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah,
It was around 1985. I think that was 2 years removed after North Carolina State won the championship.
I was just gonna ask you that. Was that around the same time they won the championship?
No, it was 83. 83 was the year Louisville was in the Final Four against Houston, the five Slam Jammers.
Yeah, Houston. I remember that Houston squad was
No, hold up. It was 1983. Jordan came out in 84. Yeah, I think that was 83. No, it was 1980. Okay, it was 1982 year. It was it was not this. It was 80. They won the 83, so it was the following year after Spud Webb and all those guys left. Because Louisville won in 1980, Indiana won in 1981. Georgetown won. No, hold up. North Carolina won in 82. North Carolina won in 82. And 83, North Carolina State. 84, it was Georgetown. What up, Paulo?
Yeah, my bad, fellas. I had to take care of something real quick.
It's all right.
What's going on? What are y'all talking about? I heard you talking about college.
Yeah, we talking about the year. I saw a game the other day when Michael Jordan was playing Spud Webb in college.
Oh yeah.
And Jordan kind of tore up North Carolina State in that game. He was dominating from, well, at that time, they didn't have no three-point shot, so he was dominating from the mid-range that whole game. Yeah, like 35 points on them.
Dang. Yeah, Jordan, man.
That's probably how he got better in the mid-range. You don't get
Well,
no
Wolfpack.
first
Well,
college.
Wolfpack. That was one of their rivals at that time, right? Besides
Yeah.
Maryland, well, who was it? Georgetown, of course. Maryland with Lynn Bias at that time.
Yeah, around that time, North Carolina, it's like the team that was good around that
Maryland.
time was North Carolina State, Maryland, and Duke was starting their rise. Because Dawkins was playing for Duke around that time.
Yeah, Johnny. Yeah, and another thing too, Lou, that kind of really I think that kind of messed college up just a little bit is the way that they switched all the teams to different from different conferences. Because remember the Big East used to have they selected teams, and they switched out some of them. They moved Syracuse, they moved this team, they moved that team, ACC, and they switched them all around and stuff. Man, I like, man, it's not even
I
the
don't know,
same no
Polo.
more.
I kind of like being in the ACC now.
Or who? Louisville.
Yeah.
Man, y'all's always been what was Louisville was always what Conference USA.
Metro. It was they started off in Metro Conference.
Hmm.
Then they went to the American Conference. Then the
Yeah,
Big East. Now the
yeah, y'all was in the
ACC.
Big. Weren't y'all in Conference
Like I
USA
remember,
though?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
the Metro became Conference USA.
Right. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
I remember this too. I remember they used to show games at 10:30 at night on tape relay. You don't know how many games I had to miss because I had to go to bed.
Sure, I imagine so. You know what don't make sense to me? I'm gonna tell you this though, Lou. What don't make sense to me is in football, like A&M being in the SEC.
Yeah, that
Uh,
don't
uh,
seem right to me.
like, okay, if you're gonna do that, then you might as well put some team like, and I'm talking Texas now, and you know footballers, so that's why I'm telling you this. Put a team like TCU or Baylor in the SEC before you put, because some of these teams are not being successful in there. A&M has not been successful.
You want to know what happened, Polo?
What happened?
Texas did when Texas got their little TV network.
Hmm.
They want to add. They wanted to add teams, but Texas like, no, we ain't. No, but Texas like, no, we ain't giving up our TV network so y'all can add teams. And
Right. It
Texas
was
A&M was like, oh, shoot, we out here then. We ain't dealing with that. Like they
right,
Big 12
but
need the
you know
big.
that video. I meant to chime. Oh, you got it.
I
Go
was
ahead, bro. Sorry.
I was just gonna say the Big 12 is not the same without Texas A&M and Nebraska.
Yeah, yeah. The Cornhuskers, and that's my squad.
The worst move Nebraska did was leaving the Big 12 to go Big 10 because you're not going to get recruits to go to Nebraska to play football like that.
Mm-mm. Not like they used to.
No, you got a bigger pot, but come on now, like you kind of ruined Nebraska football forever.
Hmm. And you see, my problem. Well, uh, this is what I was going to piggyback off of what you were saying in terms of Texas. You see, okay, I'm glad Baylor won this year because see that opened the floodgate, and you see, Lou. Another thing is another team that's really been brewing, and once they make their mark, I think that they really just going to blow stuff wide open. Is U of H because hey Lou, am I lying? U of H has always been a football school as well as a basketball school. They just haven't quite made that over that hill.
Yeah, not yet, but give
But
it time.
now that they made the tournament, you know what I'm saying, they went pretty far. Man, it's a lot of stuff. But they always been telling me about U of H. They've always been like, hey, look, because I got a guy that I know there that's a dean, and he said he told me 10 years ago, Lou. He said, man, this program is going to be brewing in the next couple of years. Just watch. And now you see it happening. It's coming to pass.
You better watch out for Houston for the next couple of years because Calvin Sampson is a good coach.
Hmm. I like U of H. One of my coaches went to U of H. Hey Lou, you gonna watch the Hall of Fame speech?
Yeah, it's like probably so. Like that's why I did this last show for the Hall of Fame thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get on it, man. Are you gonna go live afterwards?
If tickets not live at 8 o'clock,
Okay. All right, man. Then I'm gonna hit you up then, Lou. You know what I'm saying? You be safe and enjoy your weekend, brother.
all right, man.
Yeah.
Salute, Phil. I just want to talk about Kevin Durant. See if anybody want how y'all think he gonna do in the playoffs after not being in the playoffs for 2 years. Yeah, he is gonna be Kevin Durant, but I know the injury gonna be in the back of his mind because last time he was in the playoffs, he towards Achilles, and whew, I know that's gonna be in the back of his mind. Like if I do this move, am I gonna be okay? If I do that move, I'm gonna be safe. But like anything can happen in the playoffs. Like I think everything's set for the plans in the season because Philadelphia got the number one seed going into the playoffs, so the Phoenix and Brooklyn's number two and Utah's number two. I don't think there's nothing else to play for. I think the reason, and plus I think the reason they had these games early today because they want everybody to see these Hall of Fame feats like RIP to the Black Mamba who's going in the Hall of Fame today. Kobe missed you, bro. Also, man, it's not shoot, man. Basketball's not the same with since Kobe been gone, man. Because if Kobe watching today basketball, it'd probably make him sick. He probably would call some of these guys up and get on their ass about the way they treat the game today. Like I miss the days where nobody didn't worry about stats and they name brand. Like everybody's out there playing that hard, playing their ass off just to try to win the game. I miss those days, man. Like it will never be the same, but hey, it is what it is right now. But Paul is kind of right. I think Philly and Brooklyn is going to probably be in the Western Conference in the Eastern Conference Finals, and it's going to probably end up being a 7 game battle to the end. Like, because you can't get about Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee may end up having to play Miami in the first round. That can be a mess up like no other. And I still don't know who the Lakers going to play in the first round. Is it going to be the Phoenix Suns or the Clippers? Everybody's saying the Lakers are trying to avoid the Clippers, but hey, it shouldn't matter who you playing these rounds. Like you still gotta go out there and prove it no matter what. You're gonna hit that like button and hit that notification and subscribe to my page so y'all can know when I do a live shows. Um, you want to hit my Cash App and my PayPal. Show brother some love, and I'm kind of working on trying to get a podcast up and ready. So so I can do some live interview with people. Like first thing I gotta do about some headphones and a mic and set it all up. So when I do interviews, I'll let y'all know where you can find the podcast and everything else. Yeah, I got yeah. I'm working trying to get trying to build my brand. Hey, I'm not playing sports right now, but I do talk about sports. I do talk about all other type of stuff like life, the things that going on in this country and around the world. Like I know sports is like a fun topic to talk about, but we still got to talk about all the other things that are going on in the country with the racism, in in the U.S. government not doing their job the right way. Like people who sell out just to get it bad. Like we got to keep it 100, and with everything else going on and stuff. So let me see myself. But for the people who have been following me so far, been supporting my channel, I really appreciate you guys for talk to your boy, help me out. Basically keeping on sports topics, talking about like all other types of things. I really appreciate y'all for doing that. So I'm just gonna. So if anybody else want to come back up, want to come up and talk about this whole Kevin Durant situation, all right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end the show right now. I want to thank Big Worm, Hitman, Polo, and Phil for coming back, showing love to your boy. I'll probably be on later today or tomorrow, whatever the time is. Other than that, peace.